This week, the Tory conference, a singing contest, and UKIP conflict. Hello and welcome to 24/7, where we take 24 minutes and 7 seconds to look back at the previous week. This week we start with The X Factor, where it was Judges' Houses weekend, and there was product placement in the episode, but I couldn't quite work out where it was.
Going to Los Angeles with lastminute.com.
First up on the Sunday episode was Sharon Osbourne, who was describing the improvements that she'd made to her house.
It's been chaos getting it ready for you guys. We've had builders, painters, landscape gardeners. I think they're still painting the house at the back.
Yeah, it reminds me actually, I need to get some painters round to paint my living room a lovely shade of cream paint. I bought it down at B&Q actually the other day. They had a great deal on Dulux paints.
The big thing or small, the winner takes it all. Oh, the winner takes it all.
Sharon was being helped out by Robbie Williams in the judging.
She's got an awesome voice. I was genuinely moved. I was genuinely transfixed. Whatever it is, she's got it.
Might it be the X Factor?
I mean, when I was younger, I always remember, like, I probably knew all the words to the Snoop Doggy Dog, like, doggy style album.
Probably knew all the words, I mean, still, could she get through?
Honey G, it would be a big risk for me to put you through. But I've taken risks all my life. You're gonna be stuck with me. Yes.
Oh my God, I can't believe I just...
Also on last Sunday's show, Nicole Scherzinger was judging her boys category.
When I tell my mates I've been out jet skiing with Nicole, like, no one's gonna believe me.
Yeah, and then of course they will believe you when they've seen it on telly. What's the fastest you've ever fanned yourself? He was also making sure that he'd packed his CD of backing music.
And I really want to give my best performance today. I've got one song and I really need to bring it.
I don't know about you, but I think that if you listen really carefully to the background of this shot, then you can hear someone doing their lawn mowing in the background.
I mean, look, who knows, but that was... You could tell they loved it.
Yeah, no, I can't believe I'm crying. I promised myself I wouldn't cry.
And of course, this being Judges' Houses, it meant that we had everybody's favourite bit where the judge makes it sound like you're not going to be going through, but then flips it on its head. Didn't see that coming.
Freddie, I really hope you understand this and where I'm coming from. But I need you to get ready, because you're coming with me to the live show.
Oh, everybody's favourite.
I hope that you understand this one day. I really like you. I really like you so much. I do.
Crank up the Take That.
So that's why you have to be a Jersey boy. You're coming with me to the live show.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
Everybody's favourite flip there. Brilliant. Here's another.
I'm sorry, Ryan, but I'm just crazy enough to take that risk.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I need you to work really, really hard for me.
Are you serious? No, you're not.
And I'm taking you through to the live shows.
No. Are you being serious? Are you being serious?
I'm serious.
No, you're not. No way. Are you?
What? Serious.
Not?
Yes, I am.
Blimey, styled that out well, didn't he?
Serious.
Not?
Yes, I am.
Now on Thursday night, we were treated to Anne Robinson's Britain. BBC One.
Tonight's toe curling question. Are you a good enough mother? Are you a decent dad?
Yes, the show looked at various more unusual ways of parenting across the programme, with Anne meeting various families around the country.
40, but I'm going to teach you. Yeah, you can.
These parents believed in the natural process of bringing up their child, meaning that the mother did most of the parenting, leaving dad to do odd jobs around the house.
So, Annie, he is handy around the house.
Yeah, he's quite well trained, yeah.
And do you feel that Annie's way of parenting shuts you out?
No, not at all. Not at all. Babies are babies, aren't they? They just lay there, they cry and they need feeding, so I can't really do too much.
Supposing Sean had disagreed with your way of parenting.
I think I'm a strong enough person that I still would have done it anyway.
And what would have happened to Sean?
If he didn't behave, I would have kicked him into touch.
Have they had this discussion before? I'm not convinced they have.
In essence, the children are more important than Sean.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
And two of the mothers in the show actually went to visit one another for a while to see how the other did their parenting. As you can imagine, there were two contrasting ends of the spectrum. One doing a sort of forest schooling where it was all about how you learnt through the means of play. The other was very keen on getting them doing extracurricular activities and a heck of a lot of sport.
You don't create an athlete or a high achiever without that support.
And the first family had a bit of a brand running.
We're Team Blackman. We actually have a hashtag. Yes, we do.
Oh, they've got their own hashtag. What's that then?
Hashtag Team Blackman.
Oh, I wonder if they've managed to get that trending yet. Still, the mother was very insistent that she wasn't putting undue pressure on the children.
I know my daughter, I know her limitations, I know we have that relationship and I can guide, I can encourage her in a less kind of pressured way.
Yeah, let's have a look at that lack of pressure.
5 minutes, do some sprint rowing and then we'll just do some sprints and we're done, okay?
Yeah, all right then.
Just do them, Nia, come on.
And when they each did the swap, they got the chance to look around one another's houses in something that turned into a bit of a through the keyhole for people you haven't heard of.
Come to the woods for here is rest.
She's got the house to herself to pick up clues.
Ooh, walkie-talkies. Oh, wow. It's all kind of like ropes and outdoor things. I'm thinking very kind of one with nature, definitely.
Let's look at the evidence. The inspirational messages. Keeping in touch. The bulging backpacks. Who lives in a house like this? David, it's over to you. It did open their minds to the opposite attitudes of parenting, though, as the children seemed quite excited by the other lifestyle.
Hi, Mummy.
Guess what, Zuri? Corinne is a forest school teacher.
Is she?
Yeah. And her kids don't go to normal school, they just do forest school all the time.
And what do they do in the forest?
They just play and...
What? They don't go to school? Can we move to Sheffield?
No, we're not moving to Sheffield.
Away from the swap, and this mum was certainly keeping to schedule.
What I did is to actually write down every single day exactly what the schedule is. In the school time, we keep to this really quite rigidly.
7:30, brushing teeth, cleaning toothbrush, lid on the toothbrush, tidy sink, brush hair.
Yeah, I've actually got a bit more on that schedule here, actually. Yeah, 7:59 and 35 seconds, remove milk from fridge. 7:59 and 40 seconds, remove lid from milk. 7:59 and 45 seconds, pour milk on cereal. 7:59 and 50 seconds, replace lid on milk. 7:59 and 55 seconds, replace milk in fridge. And 8 o'clock, eat cereal. I mean, it's like clockwork, really.
So everything from raising boys, how to talk so kids will listen and listen so kids will talk. You know, when your kids push your buttons.
I'm not sure even Waterstones has this many parenting guides.
How has she got time to read all them? Now, one of the books that actually interested me was one of the ones that Anne herself mentioned as being a top book in the past.
I remember Dr. Spock. His advice, don't worry, and if you are worried, take the baby to the doctor.
The final group to be featured was this family of overactive kids.
I am. Hi, guys. Now, I can do this. Tiffany, Michaela, Timmy, Charles, Thomas. Tommy!
Let's play the Weakest Link.
Is this working well for you,
Didn't work,
Tommy?
no, it worked.
What have you moved on to? So what are you doing now?
So what was the conclusion of the programme?
What it actually shows is there's probably no right or wrong way.
You lot, I've spent an hour watching that. Still, that is sort of the point. If it works for you, who are we to criticise? Next week, it looks like there's a more serious topic up for discussion.
What's the point of a cat?
Coronation Street now, and the show took a rather educational turn on Monday as David Platt was offering to help out with some homework.
Do your homework over the weekend?
No, you never asked me to.
What do you mean I never asked you to? What was it?
Fractions.
Well, I'm awesome at fractions, so I'll do them with you tonight.
His pro-fractions agenda seemed to be pretty prominent throughout the show.
I just wasn't sure if he did his homework this weekend.
Yeah, I said I'd do it with him later.
What is it?
Fractions.
And before long, it was all turning into a bit of an episode of Countdown.
Letters from the brewery. Look at that! Amy's spelling's from about year 4.
Test us on one.
What?
It's one of Amy's old spellings.
I'm too busy.
I bet I could beat you in a spelling comp.
But to put an end to all this school chat once and for all was Gail with a cracking gag.
Suki has 4/11ths of a jar of sweets. Adil has 2/5 of a jar of sweets. Who has the most sweets?
I wouldn't know where to start.
Well, they both have rotten teeth. Would I get a mark for that?
Hey!
Tommy and Chantel. He plays for county, apparently.
Aside from the letters and numbers games, Steve was getting excited that Michelle was meeting up with one of his favourite footballers for business.
What'd you just say?
Well, I wasn't going to say anything.
As in Tommy Orpington?
Oh, you've heard of him, then?
Have I heard of him?
Yeah, you know, the Tommy Orpington.
OK, listen.
When's he coming?
He's coming this afternoon, but you can't be here.
The best thing about Steve, of course, on Coronation Street is his amazing facial expressions, which in this particular scene of surprise and excitement, we're getting a good workout.
Tommy Orpington's coming here this afternoon.
OK, first of all, calm down. OK? Secondly, this is my business and I take it very seriously. I don't want you barging in here with your autograph book. You'll make me look amateurish.
One selfie.
Steve.
I promise I won't be embarrassing.
Maybe next time, just let me secure the gig first.
Oh, right, so I'm not even allowed to meet him?
No, and you're not allowed to tell anybody he's coming either. Certainly don't want Tim and Kevin pitching up all saucer-eyed.
I'm not going to tell anyone. Who am I going to tell?
I wonder if you did this in the audition. You're hired.
Would I lie to you, baby?
And once Steve's face had calmed down, word was spreading fast about the Tommy Orpington.
Tommy Orpington? Tommy Orpington? Tommy Orpington's coming to your house? This afternoon. Oh, I can't believe how look. He's going to be sat round my table talking to my wife, drinking from my cup.
At one point, though, the excitement was getting a bit too much, and I couldn't really work out what Steve was on about.
Are you committed to this operation or not? Of course she's committed. Don't. You're going on, you.
You are?
Of course she's committed. Don't. You're going on, you.
Oh, no.
Of course she's committed. Don't. You're going on, you.
Eventually, though, Steve and Tim did get to meet the Tommy Orpington.
Well, I'll email over all 3 options and prices tomorrow, yeah?
All right, terrific. Cheers. Right, lads.
I'm sorry, you'll have to excuse my husband.
For a top footballer, he did seem to be wearing some rather embarrassing pants.
Tommy Orpington, nice to meet you.
But it wasn't Gail who got the best joke in of the day. It was actually the Tommy Orpington.
Lager or ale? Ale, I'm guessing.
Does Dolly Parton sleep on her back? The day I drink lager is the day I sign for Scarsdale.
Hey! I don't get it.
Come and have a look at the tiles I've ordered. I've got some samples. I've gone for polished porcelain, French white, but they shine like a mirror.
Now, how much is too much to spend on tiles?
You've spent 30 grand on tiles.
30 grand on some tiles? I've seen some unrealistic storylines on the soaps, but that's pushing it a bit, isn't it? What were the writers thinking there? No, 20 grand on tiles, that's just too believable. 30 grand, it's got to be 30. What were they doing?
Wait, Mum wasn't to know, all right? We'll just cancel the order. No harm done.
Oh, no harm done, he says.
Actually, I've paid for it in full.
Now, can you understand why I'm a tad miffed?
All right, I might have got carried away.
Still, after not much convincing, everybody seemed all right with it.
I'm here to apologise.
Oh?
My emotions got the better of me. I should have been a bit more understanding.
Well, maybe I should have been a little bit more savvy.
You live and learn.
Live and learn. It's 30 grand. What's that between friends? A quick check on the week's news now, starting with a big announcement from Prime Minister Theresa May last Sunday morning.
We will invoke Article 50 no later than the end of March next year.
On Good Morning Britain this week, they were interviewing the Prime Minister and asking a couple of light-hearted questions, including one about her shoes.
Well, it is interesting that people focus on my shoes. I don't think they focus on Philip Hammond's or Boris Johnson's in quite the same way. But look, do I regret the fact that people look at my shoes? Hey, it gives me an excuse to go and buy new shoes.
And they followed that up with one about baking.
You revealed the recipe that your mother had given you to make scones, and the debate was raging because you didn't seem to discriminate between the use of butter or margarine. I need to know from you, because I know you're a big fan of Bake Off, is it better to have butter? And if it is better to have butter, are we talking hard butter or soft butter?
Well, I think we can all see where this is going, Piers.
I'm glad you clarified that, and of course your hard and soft analogy could equally apply, I guess, to Brexit. Prime Minister, thank you very much indeed for joining us,
Now,
and
you know I
good
don't
luck at
use
your
those
conference.
terms, Piers.
He shoots, he scores.
Good luck at your conference.
Yes, the Tory party conference was being held in Birmingham this week, although Robert Peston seemed to be in a different place, according to the graphics.
Well, superficially, they are united. And it was
Birmingham?
a traditional Tory day.
The end of the Conservative Party conference, however, was rather overshadowed by the purple side of politics, as new UKIP leader Diane James decided to abdicate her throne after just 18 days in the job. Seen here washing an invisible window, Diane James was elected as UKIP's new leader on the 16th of September, but resigned on Tuesday citing personal and family reasons. And all of that put you-know-who back in charge.
One man, one job, no way out. The incredible story of Nigel Farage's battle to step down as UKIP leader. Much ado about Nigel. Out after the general election 2015. Sorry, out after the EU referendum in 2016. Sorry, wrong again. Out at some point in the future.
That wasn't the only drama for UKIP this week, though, as things heated up even more on Thursday.
The man tipped to be UKIP's next leader is in hospital tonight after an altercation with a colleague in the European Parliament.
And this Newsnight reporter was putting it all into rather harsh perspective.
So, Punch and Judy came to the European Parliament today. Down on the ground, Stephen Wolfe, a rising star in UKIP, and he's recovering tonight in the hospital behind me.
Thankfully, Stephen Wolfe appears to be making a good recovery, and it's a good job too, because when he gets out of hospital, the pair of them have been offered a new programme on Amazon Prime. Back on BBC One, it was The Apprentice.
This is not just about the £250,000. This is about a company we formed together. So I need to see who's got a good business brain.
But first, we'll have 10 weeks of you selling fish or something before we actually look at those plans.
Now, in this process, I have invested already £1.25 million in 5 businesses, and they haven't failed. And the reason they haven't failed is because they're being mentored by me.
I love how it seems that the only reason that they're succeeding is because of him. He was also plugging a new venture.
If you want to moan, you can send me an email at lordsugar@idon'tcare.com.
And he got a very early claim in for the most random statement we've heard this week.
I like Cumberland sausages, I have to say.
Right, on with the first task. What was it?
Now here's the first task. I'm going to send you to 2 lock-up garages, and in there is a load of antiques, collectibles. There are some diamonds in the middle of it. There's some great stuff in there. There's some stuff which could be a load of toot.
I'd sell the diamonds if I were you.
I actually thought of nebula.
Nebula might sound a little bit like a disease.
It's an interstellar collection of gas and dust, and it's basically where stars like us are born. Nebula.
I really like that name, actually.
Team Nebula?
Yeah, Team Nebula. I think we've got a team name, guys.
Team Nebula.
Names agreed.
Yeah, well, 2 people agreed. Right, what were people's qualifications for this antiques-based challenge?
I've managed a few teams and I can multitask, and I've spent quite a bit of time watching Bargain Hunt.
We've watched a lot of Bargain Hunt. Brilliant, I love that. Now, the boys must have had a strategy, so let's find out what it was.
We're just going to have to wing it.
I mean, you don't really need much of a plan, do you, on The Apprentice? Just sort of get on with it and hope for the best, don't you? They had, however, had some help from an expert who was pricing up the potential products.
I think this is very hipster East London, Shoreditch.
I reckon you should be asking 300 quid for it.
300 quid for that.
300 quid for that?
Perfect.
And how many people does it take to polish one chair?
Do the leather first, because obviously the more polished, the better. Ollie, if you just hold it and spray like Misty, that's it, that's it.
So that was how the boys were getting on, but let's just clarify that pricing structure for the girls' team.
In terms of our pricing, are we going to go dropping? If someone offers lower, do we lower? Like, what do we think we do?
I think we should stick at what we've just written down,
Stick
but
what
be
we've
very
written.
happy to take lower offers.
What is lower? Like, is it £3 lower? What should we do as a, like, bargain?
Seven-
What's our bargain
70%,
levels?
70%, not 25% off
So
to
you can
begin
knock
with.
25% off?
Listen, go to 50% if you absolutely have to. But
Go
like,
to 50 if we can,
yeah,
right?
But no, not if you can. If
No,
you have to.
no, I know.
Clear as mud. As usual, after the task, it was off to the boardroom. He's late again.
Good morning.
After a pretty poor performance, it was the girls who lost and the boys who won this task with a pretty decent margin of victory. So, what was their treat this week?
Well done, lads. Very well done for the first task. Having found value in vintage collectibles, I've arranged special vintage dance lessons for you.
Bet they were delighted with that. Still, exactly why did the girls fail when they had such a great pricing strategy?
Who sold those green vases?
Me.
You did. And you
Me.
sold them for?
£15.
£15. Do you know how much they were valued for?
No.
300.
What a bargain!
I mean, it was whatever the customer would pay, that was the price.
I actually went to their stall on that day. I bought a gold watch for a tenner, I bought some diamond earrings for 20 quid, and I actually bought Alan Sugar's car for £100, so I had a great time.
Yeah, can you send the 3 of them in, please?
Yeah, I think you got the wrong number, Alan. Sorry. Where were we? Ah, yes, it was time to find out who was first out.
Michelle, it's very easy for the finger to be pointed at you as the project manager. But having said that, I do think that there's a lot of stuff that you are responsible for. Michelle, you're fired.
It's time for me to go as well, I'm afraid. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time on 24/7.